guys! Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. Thank you so much 400 plus subscribers. Thank you so much for learning with me. Hello everyone! Today we're going to learn how to do mental math in finding percentage. So first, let us know what we mean by percent. So what is percent? Percent comes from two words, per and cent, meaning a part of every 100 or a part in every 100. Percent means a part in every 100. Okay? So in mental math, in finding percentage, all we have to do is to think of 100%. For example, what is 100% of 100? Of course, that is 100. How about the 50% of 100? Then that means 50. How about the 10% of 100? That means it's 10. And how about 5% of 100? That means it's 5. And how about 1% of 100? It means it's 1. So all we have to do in mental math is to remember this: 100%, 50%, 10%, 5%, and 1%. So for example, when I say 100% of 90, then it means the whole 90. So our answer is 90. When I say 50% of 90, then it just means 45. It means the half of 90. So it's 45. How about the 10% of 90? Let's talk about the 10% of 90. Then all we have to do is to divide 90 into 10, and that will be 9. Or all we have to do is to less 1. For example, it's 90, less 1 0, then it will be 9. How about the 5% of 90? We have 9 as 10%, then all we have to do is to divide that 9 into 2, then we have 4.5. How about the 1% of 90? Then all we have to do is to move 2 places. So that will be 0.9. 0.9 is 1% of 90. So we have example here. Let us find the 15% of 90. So for 15%, 15% is like 10 and 5. So first, all we have to do is to find the 10% of 90. That is 9, right? How about the 5% of 90? That is 4.5. Then all we have to do, then we have already 10% and 5%. All we have to do now is to add 9 and 4.5. So our answer is 13.5. So we just, no need for anything, no need calculator. All we have to do is to use our mind, and it's easy. Also, we need to remember that mental math requires practice. So all we have to do is to keep on practicing. Take away that calculator and we will be able to use our mind always. Okay, another example here. What is 20% of 180? So 20% is like 10% of 180. It's easy. 10% of 180 is 18. We just move the 0 in here and we have 18. We move 1 and we have 18. And since we're looking for 20%, we already have 10%. All we have to do now is to multiply the 18 into 2 so that we will have 20%. So our answer is 36. Okay, one more practice. What is 51% of 150? All we have to do here is to think of 50% and 1%. Then we will add. So what is 50% of 150? All we have to do is to divide 150 into 2, and that is 75. Then 1% of 150, we will just move from right to left, 2. 2 steps from right to left. So we will have 1.5 as our 1%. So what is 1% of 150? 1.5. So all we have to do now is to add 75 and 1.5 so that we will get the 51% of 150, and our answer is 76.5. Okay, let's one more practice before we end this video. What is 21, what is 16% of 80? For 80, first we will think of 10% of 80. 10% of 80 is 8. Then 5% of 80 is 4. Then we already 8 and 4, and 1% of 80 is 0.8. So 8 plus 4 plus 0.8, we have 12.8. Did you get it? All right. Thank you so much everyone for learning with me. And I hope you like my video and share and subscribe. Thank you so much. God bless.